Ladies, hello, hello, hello. Can you believe it's already September? Like that just blows my mind that it's September 1st. Obviously, I am not the magnificent Ginger. I am Julie Bowen. I am part of the awesome media team that you guys have with NLHG. I am out of Mays County, Oklahoma. So if anyone in here is from Mays County, hi. And if not, I am so glad you guys have joined us tonight. If you are a stickler for time and you have noticed it is 6:55 or 7:55 or whatever time it is before 5 minutes before we start, we do our drawing from our previous month for all our VIP members here 5 minutes before. So like I said, I'm not Ginger. She normally is the one blessing you with her beautiful face, but we have finally convinced the girl to go on vacation. So she is on vacation tonight. I am here. You get to see me. It's super exciting. So we're going to go ahead and do the drawing for all of August VIPs that were in attendance last month. We are going to be giving away the handmade gifts book. Ginger showed it last month. I am going to attempt to share my screen and show you all. Let's see. It is an awesome book. It's got a bunch of different gifts on it. All handmade. It includes 20 different sheets of decorative paper and 10 different designs. Let me get it up here. Come on, Julie, you can do it. There it is. Yay. All right. So I know you can see all kinds of stuff behind it, but here is what we are giving away tonight. I'm super excited about it. It's going to be awesome. So let me hop out of that one and we will go to the drawing while you all are waiting on me to pull up our magnificent wheel of names. Go ahead and pop in the chat and tell me where you're from so we can get that going. And I will pull up our August VIP attendees who are eligible for this awesome, awesome book. There it is. Nope, that's not what we want. There it is. Yay. Okay. I am going to click to spin. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to see in our chat. Let's see. We've got Georgia, Pennsylvania, Georgia. Oh my goodness. So many. Madison County. Awesome. Oh, North Carolina, Lexington, Georgia. Woo, you guys are fast. I'm impressed with your typing skills. All right, here we go. Let's spin and see what we got. Who is our winner from August? I'm not calling it till it pops up. Bonnie Smith, yay! Awesome. Bonnie, if you are on here, go ahead and be ready for Ginger to send you an email whenever she gets back. She'll shoot you an email and get your mailing address and all of that good stuff so that we can get you that awesome, awesome book. If you are not aware of our VIP membership, let me just give a little bug before I give another bug at the end of this. Our VIP members are eligible for all kinds of different giveaways, which are fabulous. We have 2 fabulous giveaways I'm going to talk about at the end of this that you guys do not want to miss. So because of that, Jill said, yay, Bonnie. I'm excited. She should enjoy it. I don't know when the time is that you signed up. So if you are not a VIP member as of right now, if you go sign up before midnight tonight, you will be eligible for the drawings that I'm going to talk about at the end of our meeting. But they are 2 super, super, super awesome drawings, and you will be eligible for all kinds of other things. So VIP membership is way up there on my list of priorities. I just absolutely love all of the perks that come with it. So sign up by midnight tonight and you'll be eligible for all kinds of fun things that we do here through NLHG. Let me see who else I've got. Oh, I got Indiana, Kansas, more Indiana, Ohio. Awesome. I'm so excited for you guys to join us tonight. We have an awesome presenter. And I'm going to do, just because I never get to pop in here because Ginger is so fabulous. I just started with the media team. And if any of you all are interested in joining any of our positions on here, reach out. It's been an amazing experience. It's tons of fun. The ladies are phenomenal if you don't already know that. And there's tons of things to do here. If you are not a get on Zoom and talk in front of people, totally fine. We have a job for you. So I'm going to turn it over to Cindy at this point. She is going to give us all kinds of information. And Miss Cindy, why don't you go ahead and take it away, girlfriend?
Hello, everybody. I too am not the fabulous Ginger, and I think it's funny that it takes two of us to take her place tonight to get all of this done. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We appreciate you all being here. Like I said, my name is Cindy Ball. I am the founder and president of the National Ladies Homestead Gathering, and we're super excited about our special speaker for tonight. I've already had a sneak peek into what she's making, and you will love it. One of the things that I wanted to explain is at the end of this time together, we have breakout rooms. And so we will, you will go according to your region, and in that smaller group, you'll be able to ask questions about what we talked about tonight. So if you have questions about Jessie's presentation, then you can get on there, or if you just want to meet some more people who are like-minded and are into homesteading, then you can do that there too. So just want to welcome everybody here tonight. One of the first things that I wanted to talk about was, and I'm going to jump on after Julie when she mentioned the need for people in our media group. Yes, we do need more people for that. But there's two other very specific places that we need help with. And one of them is a note writer, not like a music note writer. This would be like a stationary note writer. We try and send notes of thanks to all the people who help us out, like tonight, the extra people that are on there, or people who come in and do special things to help out the whole organization. So if any of you just like to sit and write notes and just, I love note writing, honestly. I don't get enough time to do it. I love stationery, so that's probably where my biggest weakness is. And then I do like writing notes. So if anybody has that same interest, let us know and we will get in touch with you. The second job, if you will, although I would love to do this one because I love to travel. We need a travel coordinator, somebody who can help us. We're next year looking at doing several retreats around the country, and we just need somebody to help us with bookings and flights and all the stuff that goes with travel. So if that's you and you're interested in that, please get in contact with us. That would be great. And I'm not sure where to send, just do it to media@nlhg.org. Send an email to that, media@nlhg.org, and we'll go ahead and be able to respond to you. All right, let's get on with the fun stuff because we have a lot for you tonight and it's going to be super, super fun. The first thing is we need to go over our purpose statement. Why do we exist as a national organization for women? Our purpose for existing is to empower women through homesteading. And again, we define homesteading by anything, actually, hold on, doing at home instead of going to the store. So that kind of encompasses a lot. So you don't need to have 100 acres of land. You don't need to have cows. You can be in an apartment and be growing your own herbs or making your own medicinals. So, and every place in between can be a homesteader. I say it's an attitude, and a lot of us have quite a bit of attitude. So if you've got attitude and desire towards more self-sufficiency, then come on with us. We'd love to have you. All right, the second thing is our mission statement. So our purpose statement is to empower women through homesteading. How do we do that? First of all, we share knowledge. Then we build community and we grow friendships. And that community aspect is like none other. That really is the foundation for who we are and why we exist. We say that people come for the knowledge, but they stay for the friendship in the community. So if you're not involved with us, we would love to have you partake. We have these monthly gatherings virtually. And if there's a chapter in your area, we'd love for you to visit them. And you can do that by going to our website, which is the National Ladies Homestead Gathering or Ladies Homestead Gathering. You can type in both of those in the search and it will come up. So check out our website and see if you can find a place to fit in. All right. Next thing we're going to do is Miranda is going to come on and do our Atta Girls. This is where we all get together and share our victories because we all need that support and encouragement and a little bit of cheering. So Miranda, take it away.
All right. Every month on our private community, community.nlhg.org, we put up a post asking everybody to share their Atta girls. And I'm going to share some of these Atta girls with you guys, because the whole point of what we do is to empower women through homesteading. And one of the best ways we can do that is to celebrate our accomplishments together. So Brittany Osland said, my harvest is going so well so far. I successfully grew popcorn for the first time, have about 7 onion braids hanging up. Green beans are in the freezer, pickles are on the shelf, plus 2 of my hens went broody, and I now have a dozen chicks that all survived their first 2 weeks. On top of that, she just got back from teaching an herbal conference for the first time, where she taught a homesteading class, made friends, and learned so much. You know what? Atta girl, Brittany, that was a busy month. We have Christine Mendenhall, who said that she and her hubby got their tomato plants through a horrible heat wave, and they're finally getting some tomatoes. Elizabeth Steingas said, I canned 2 small jars of cherry tomatoes. She says, I'm not very good at canning, so these felt like a big deal. Elizabeth, I'm not very good at canning either, and I think that anything having to do with food preservation deserves an Atta girl. Amelia DeField said that she made homemade pectin from crab apples, plum preserves, and fermented pickles this weekend. Let's see, who else have we got on here? This thread is just full of accomplishments that women from around the country have shared with us. So be sure to pop on there and read what I don't share. Judy Toby says she put up hard pear relish and pear sauce. Susan Smith created a water garden with water plants that a friend gave her. She included a picture too. Heather Gully said that she was able to quit her job so that she can stay at home and take care of her family and her homestead. And let's see, we've got Kim James, who said that she just preserved or pressure canned 12 quarts of bone broth for the very first time. Atta girl, Kim. Tammy Smith shared that they have been busy. They've had a great year in the garden, and this was the first year using woven ground cover. Their fields are incredible, and the pests had a harder time finding the plants. She says they'll never go back. I'm going to have to look into this woven ground cover, because that sounds really interesting. And then the last Atta girl we have is from Kristen Nelson, and she said she built some raised beds and filled them by herself. She says that she loathes moving heaps and heaps of compost. So Atta girl to everybody who shared, and thanks for posting and letting us know what's going on.
Yay. I think that's one of my favorite aspects of when we get together in our gatherings or for the virtual gathering, is just hearing what everybody's done. I get so excited and motivated. I have to share with you real quick. So I am now living in the Rocky Mountains in Montana, just outside of Big Sky. And so my goal for this year was to grow a tomato, even a single tomato that got red, because they told me I couldn't. And I just am that kind of a person, right? If you tell me I can't, I'm going to try it. So I have to say, I made these greenhouses out of broken down mini fridges that are in all the cabins here. And I have tomatoes on my plants. However, we've had several days of frost, so I'm covering them at night. My one goal, I just want one red tomato, and I will have like monumental success for me. So there's many green ones, but no red ones. So we'll see. I'll let you know if I make that, but it's not looking so good because the temps keep dropping. So that's mine that I'm hoping to get to. So all of you that have tomatoes, I'm a little bit jealous, and yay for you, and atta girls to all. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to hear from Jill Wolf. She's a phenomenal woman. I'm so happy that I met her, and she is on our, she does all our marketing. She's incredibly talented and has willingly shared all that talent with us. And so Jill, are you on?
I'm on. Do you hear me?
I do hear you.
Good.
Can we
Hopefully
see ya?
my video is going to work. I can't start the video because the host has stopped it.
Uh-oh. I am not in control of host stuff. Oh, says you're the
You
co-host.
should be good to go now, Jill. Sorry about that.
Okay.
All right, Jill, take it away.
Let's see if I've got it here.
Okay, I'll wait till you get on. Oh, there she
There
is.
I am. Hey.
Right.
So I guess what, Cindy, you cut off before you asked me what you wanted me to talk about.
Wait, you're supposed to share your story with us, like how you got
Okay.
involved with the
Okay,
homesteading.
all right.
Yeah.
So I am I live in a subdivision in Flowery Branch. I also have property down in Florida. And when we moved to Flowery Branch, I wanted a garden. I didn't know why. I didn't know a single thing about gardening, but I just wanted to try it. So I started doing that, and I was by myself. I come from the corporate world, had been in the corporate world for, a good 30 years doing graphic design work. And when we got out to Flowery Branch, we're in a subdivision, but we have about an acre of land. And I just started playing around and started putting stuff in the ground. I didn't know a single thing, but just decided to wing it. And every time that seed would come up and something would grow, I'd be just totally freaked out. I couldn't get enough of it. So I kept doing it. But at the time, I didn't really know anybody else who was doing this. And I figured, well, this is my journey. This is what I'm on. And, if no one else is into this, that's fine. And my friends from the corporate world, I'd get the typical, well, why are you growing it? You could go to the store and buy it. And they really were not on the same journey I was on. So I just started moving in this path and just kept growing stuff, and weird things would happen. And my homestead, being on an acre, it's in a subdivision with HOA rules and stuff. So we don't have chickens, we don't have livestock. But I very quickly realized that the garden for me was more of a sanctuary. And my other little hobby thing is bugs. I'm really into bugs and critters. So as I started growing things just started running around, and things started appearing, and that just kind of took off for me. So between the growing and learning how to support pollinators and beneficial insects and animals became my passion. So that's kind of how I have spent my time. But I was doing this alone. I didn't know what I was doing. I watched some YouTube videos, go to some conferences, read some books, and just wing it. And I just kind of learned as I went. But then every time I'd go and get my hair cut, I'd be telling my hairdresser about all this weird stuff I was doing in the garden. And one day there was a lady sitting there, and she goes, "Oh, well, that's pretty interesting stuff." She goes, "You may be interested in an organization called Ladies Homestead Gathering." And I was like, "What was that?" And she told me, well, she didn't know much about it, but she knew she had a contact. So she gave me some contact information, and it ended up being who I got in touch with Esther. And she just happened to be starting a chapter within a few weeks of me having to call. So when they had their first interest meeting, I went ahead and attended. And for me, I just kind of thought, probably people aren't going to get me, doing what I'm doing, but I'm going to attend. And so I was just kind of quiet, sat there. And I realized very quickly that all these other women were into what I was into. And I couldn't believe it. And here I was doing this for several years by myself, and not very far away in other subdivisions, what have you, people were doing the same thing. So that took off from there. And I decided, I'm kind of an introvert, but nonetheless, I wanted this to be successful, this chapter. So I immediately volunteered to do what I could. And before I knew it, I was VP, and did that, I think, for about a year. And then Esther had to move to Iowa. So then I moved up into the president's role and did that for a while. And then I went to a retreat and got some really weird vibes from Cindy and Trina almost immediately. And my hair kind of stood on the back of my head, because I could kind of tell they were scoping me out. And what they were looking for was someone to do graphics work for at the national level. So I was like, oh man, I've been doing that for 30 years, kind of want to get out of graphic design. But in the end, I thought, yeah, I need to, use my areas, my skills, because I really believe in Ladies Homestead Gathering. So I agreed to go ahead and start doing graphics for them. And then I guess it was sometime 8-9 months, a year after that, Cindy asked if I would like to join the national, the executive board, and continue to do graphic design work. So that's kind of been my journey up through Ladies Homestead Gathering. But I'll tell you, it has been a joy. This Ladies Homestead Gathering has become my passion in a way that I never thought it would. And here I was ready to give up my graphic design skills and just be a gardener. And now I'm pairing up both, and I love that. So that's my story.
And we love your story. And I love you because you have made us so much more professional, and you keep us in line with our colors and our graphics and our fonts, whether they're sans or sans serif. And so I've learned a ton from you, a ton, and just appreciate you giving so freely of your talent. So thank you for sharing your story. I love that you love bugs. I know that's something we have in common. In fact, I was laughing because I found a bug when I was hiking, and it was super cool. And I went upstairs to the gals I work with, and I was like, are any of you into bugs? Like, I just want to show you this bug. And they were like, well, they're okay to look at. And I thought, where's my Jill? Jill would be as excited as I am about this bug that I found. So I will show you the picture.
Cool.
Thank you very much for sharing your story.
You bet.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. It takes a village. It takes a team to make this organization run. And women who are so talented, I am just beyond grateful for the women who share their time and their talents. And oh my gosh, it's all of us that make this organization happen. And we just so appreciate you being on here tonight. And if you are a leader of our local chapters, man, my hat goes off to you. I say it to them all the time. Without our local leaders, we would not be, because they're the ones that really reach out to the local communities and bring women in. So thank you very much if you're on here and you're a local chapter leader. Okay, this is the part that we have been super excited about. I have been super excited about, even though I don't have chickens anymore. I still love this because I know a lot of people who have chickens. And so I am not going to take a lot of time because Jessie has some amazing things to teach us tonight. So Jessie, I'm not even going to tell them what you're making. So you can get on and you can share. Oh, there it is. The beautiful thing that she is making for us tonight. So Jess, I'm going to hand it over to you. There you go. Hey, look, I'm in an NLHG shirt too. Got it. Got it. All right.
Thank you,
Thanks, Jess.
Cindy.
Thanks, Jess.
Hi, ladies. I am super excited to be with you tonight. I usually am doing all the background work during these gatherings, so it's a little bit of a uncommon for me to be in the forefront. That's usually Ginger or our other wonderful presenters that we've had. So tonight I am actually going to be teaching you guys how to make this. It is an egg gathering apron. The pattern is from Swoon. And let me just go ahead and jump into the PowerPoint I have ready for you guys, and I will fill you in on my little side hustle called Wand and Needle. Apologize about that. Thank you, Julie. So I started a little side hustle about 2 years ago called Wand and Needle. I found out that I have a talent and a passion for sewing that I didn't realize that I had. With Wand and Needle, my goal was to bring unique wardrobe pieces to life. And I truly feel like I've done that so far. So these are two of the creations that I've made. The red velvet dress I made of October of last year. It was sparked by a birthday gift that my husband got me, which was a photo shoot with my favorite photographer. Most of my dresses actually have names. The velvet dress is known as the Holly King's Consort. And the pink dress actually doesn't have a name right now. So if you'd like to drop a name suggestion in the comments, I would love to hear them. These are some of the commissions that I have done. Excuse me. The pink dress is from a project I did with a friend of mine. It was for a replay runway. It was upcycled from an old 70s Mother of the Bride dress. And then the other 3 are little baby outfits that I have made for friends. And they're just so adorable. They're so much fun to make. But with that out of the way, we will move on into tonight's main portion, which is our egg apron. And if you guys have questions along the way, feel free to put them in the chat, or actually don't put them in the chat, put them in the Q&A feature. And I will answer them to the best of my ability along the way. Okay. So, first things first. When you're starting a sewing project, you want to plan and prep to know what you're doing. You want to print, assemble, and cut out your pattern. So with Swoon's pattern, you go on their website. It's a free pattern. You purchase it. It'll be free at checkout. And once you purchase that pattern, it will have a download option. Download to your computer. It is actually a PDF pattern. And I'm going to stop my share real quick so you can see me. So when it prints out, it's a PDF, so it'll print out in separate sheets. Now this one, you will need to, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it'll have these letters. Now this side you'll want to cut off, so that way you can lay it and match it up with the other letter. That way, it will become the main pattern piece for your egg apron. The one I showed you is the child size version. This is the adult version, that's why it's bigger. Okay. All right, read over your pattern instructions. So that way you have an idea of what to expect as you go along. You want to plan your color palette and double check the items that are required for your pattern. Definitely be sure to double check. I actually, in making this one, bought the wrong amount of fabric. I actually bought too much of the chicken fabric and not enough of the red. So always be sure to double check. And actually, for our VIP members, I created a basic sewing project planner worksheet that will be available to you after this presentation. Collect all your items that you need to sew, your thread, your fabrics, notions, your pattern, everything that's going to be required for you to make this item. Wash and iron your fabric. It's very, very important that you wash your fabrics before you sew with them. So essentially, washing them helps to pre-shrink them. And so that way, after you finish your garment, it won't shrink in the wash and get all wonky and crazy. Or, even potentially some fabrics like red will bleed the dye out. And be sure to iron it. That helps with cutting, getting nice straight lines, clean lines, and you know what you're working with. The next step is cut out all of your pattern pieces. So with this pattern, there's only let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only about, I believe, 5 pieces in this pattern. And that's not including your interfacing. Always be careful on cutting your pattern. Check twice, cut once. Be sure that the chicken fabric isn't turned upside down. So when you go upside down or you cut the wrong side, anything like that, just always double check. Now we'll move on to assembly. Alrighty, so we want to organize our pattern pieces so we know what we have and we know kind of what order they're going to be going in because we've already skimmed over our initial pattern. You're going to iron on your fusible interfacing to their coordinating pattern pieces. Fusible interfacing, you can either buy this by the yard or by the package. For this pattern, I would recommend buying it by the yard off of the bolt. So usually the big bolts of fabric that they have in the like Joann's or even some Walmarts carry fabric still. I would recommend buying it off the bolt. If you do need to buy it from a package, which is what I did this time, you'll probably need 2. I know it says 1, but I believe the pattern, it says that you're buying it basically off of a bolt. Because there's, excuse me, because it is not as wide as what you would typically get if you're just getting a cut of fabric. All right, so we're going to fold the egg pocket panel in half with the right sides together. You want those long edges touching. And we're going to sew, you'll sew that closed with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and then you'll turn right side out and you want to iron it very, very thoroughly. And you'll do that for both of these panels. So it'd be the panels that are eventually going to end up being your pockets for your eggs. And then that next step is marking your pleat placement, and then iron and pin your pleats in place. And I actually have a video that I'll show you on how to assemble the pleats. So.
Okay, because I know I'll have a lot of questions when it comes.
Sorry, it just went ahead and started playing for me. All right, hopefully all you ladies can see. Apologize, my computer's a little laggy. Okay, so this is your egg pattern, egg panel. And what we're going to do, or I'm going to show you in this video, is how to do an inverted pleat. I'm sorry, I had to take the audio off because it lags, but essentially what we're going to do here is the first mark that you make, we're going to fold the fabric underneath itself on that mark, which is right here. And then you're going to iron that flat and it'll create a crease. And then the next thing we're going to do, we're going to flip that back out. And then we're going to flip under just like we did before, but we're going to do it on that second line. And then we're going to take the very edge of our iron and we're going to iron that down and create another crease. Just be careful not to get too far back because we do not want to iron out that first crease that we made. So we're going to flip it back out. And then we're going to take that first crease and that second crease, and we're going to want to push them up to where they meet in the middle over the little valley that we've made. So yeah, we're going to take it and we're going to put it about halfway, and then we'll take the other side and we're going to butt it right up next to it.
Jessie,
And
we
then
aren't
once
seeing
it's-
any video.
Well, huh. Okay. I apologize about that. Let's see if I can try to share that again. All right, let me know if you can see the video. Miranda, are we seeing the video?
The video is there, but it's not playing.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I have it paused, so it's okay. Apologize about that. It is actually lagging. So, and this video will be included with the PowerPoint, so that way anyone that wants to come back later and view this, it will be on there. But basically, I'm showing the entire process of how to make this inverted pleat. Hopefully it wasn't too confusing for anyone. So basically, once you get to the point where you can see here where we've butted up those two first creases that we made, you're just going to iron that in place. And what I do is I pin them in place so that way it won't unfold itself as you're working along to make the other inverted pleats. You'll do this for both egg panels. And let's I apologize. I know it's a lot of back and forth, and it's really hard to get these videos on this PowerPoint. But once we have those pleats in place and they're all ironed down, now we get to put the egg panels, the egg pocket panels, onto the main portion of on the main portion of your apron. So the first one will be 2.5 inches from the bottom, and then the next one will be 8.75 inches from the bottom. And you want to be sure that the seam on your egg pocket is facing the top. So that seam where you sewed the panel together, you want it facing toward the top of your apron. Pin your egg pocket panels in place and do a row of top stitching 1/8 inch away from the bottom of both of your panels to secure them into place. And then you're going to take the part of the pattern, which is the pocket stitching guide, and you're going to lay those over. Actually, I'm actually going to show you this on here. It's a little bit easier than trying to play videos because of the lag. So, nifty little mannequin here. So each of these pockets, where you can see the top crease and the bottom crease, we're going to take our stitching guide and we want to line it up at the very edge, but we want that dotted line matching up with the top of our pleat. And then we want that bottom dotted line matching up with the bottom of our pleat. And just take your marking tool. Usually it could be Taylor's chalk. It could be a water soluble pen. And you're just going to mark around the exterior. Obviously you'll be laying flat when you're doing this. I would suggest either pinning this piece of paper in place, taking a pattern weight. For pattern weights, I actually use rocks because homestead life and I love shiny rocks. But you're going to do that for every single, turn her around here. You're going to do that for every single pocket. I'm going to go back to sharing my PowerPoint, so bear with me, guys. Nope. All right. So once that marking is in place, we're going to start at the end of your panel. And so another 1/8 inch away from the top of your panel, and you're going to follow those marked lines that you just made around each of the pleats. And you're going to do this for both panels. So she's going to get all up close and personal with us today. Set her right up here. So the best way I could explain this is that your panel, you're going to start right here on the top. You're going to come all the way down. And then when you get to this corner, you want to keep your needle dropped into your material. You're going to pick up your presser foot, and then you're going to turn your entire thing all the way around to where it's lined up with the mark that you made. And you're going to follow that mark all. Be sure to put your presser foot back down. I've made that mistake. So put your presser foot down, and then you're going to follow that line all the way around and back up to this other corner. Turn it around here. And then you're going to do the same exact thing. You're going to keep your needle in the material, pick up your presser foot, turn, go across, and all the way down, all the way up until the other side. And you're going to do that for both of these panels. I'm glad you guys are so patient. All right. Once that is done, you're going to take the contrasting main panel with the right sides together with the main panel. You know what? I think I have a better way to do this, ladies. If my computer would cooperate with me. All right. We're going to take this off here real quick. This is easier to show you than just to tell you. So next thing we're going to do is you're going to have your front panel with your egg panels attached to it. So we're going to lay that face up, and then we're going to lay our red contrasting back fabric. So we want those right sides together. So you want the right side of the back and your front panel where your egg pocket panels are. They're going to be sandwiched together. They're going to be sandwiched together, and then you are going to again, I apologize. I am trying to work this here. All right. So once those panels together, these two here, you're You're going to sew a 1/2 inch all the way around the U shape. So all the way down this side, down the bottom, and down here, and you're going to leave the top open. And what I like to do is that when I sew this inside out, is that you're going to trim down the seam allowance to about 1/4 inch, and then you're going to clip just inside on that seam on your corners. You don't want to clip through your seam, but if you clip the corners, it will make this nice sharp edge. It helps it easier to stay into place. And that is, so when you're sewing this and you go around the U shape, just like we did with our top stitching on our egg panels, you're going to leave your needle in. You're going to change the length on your sewing machine to the longest length that you have on there. And then those are called basting stitches, and you're going to base the top closed. Okay. Make sure I'm on the right step here. Okay, now that we have the main portion of our apron done and ready, we're going to move on to creating the strap. So if you needed to cut out 2 strap pieces to make one, there is a great graphic on the sewing pattern that explains it it explains it better than what I feel I could, because it's a picture. So you're going to lay one piece right side up, one piece right side down, and you're going to create basically this L shape. And you're going to pin this in place, and then you're going to sew diagonally from the top corner down to the bottom corner. And then it'll open up, and you'll press that seam open. And then you'll have one big long continuous strap. If depending on the fabric that you buy, you can actually sometimes cut the entire length that you need in one go. If you can do that, I would recommend that. It just saves you another step. So once that is done, we are going to fold the short end of the strap under a half of an inch. So this end right here, or what was this end? So we're going to fold that over on both ends, and then we are going to fold it in half where the edges are touching. Let me space my app. So you're going to fold it in half, and you're going to iron it. You're going to create a crease down all the way down the middle. Excuse me. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the 2 edges, and then you're going to fold them in where they meet on that center crease you just made, the entire length, and you're going to iron that in place as well. So once that's done, you'll have 3 creases. So it'll fold in on itself, and it'll fold in that middle crease, creating a very long pocket just like this. So this is actually folded in half. You can kind of see a little bit of the seam here. And this is what we call a version of bias binding. And once you've got your strap made, and it's all nice and pressed, then we're going to fold the strap in half, and we want to find its center point. So basically all you're going to do is just fold it in half where the 2 small ends are. I can do it on this one. The 2 small ends are touching, and you want to mark that center point. You're going to also fold your apron front that you have. You're going to fold it in half as well, and you're going to mark its center point. And then all you're going to do is you're going to open up that strap piece that we just made. So for that middle center crease, we are going to basically just slip it on over the top of our main apron piece. And we want those two center markings to line up because we want them nice and centered together, because we don't want one strap on this side being, 4 inches longer and it not being all kinds of wonky. And from there, all we're going to do is that you're going to start from one end, pin it in place for sure. I think that goes without saying, but once it's all pinned in place and it's all nice and centered, we're going to start from one end, and you're just going to stitch about 1/8 of an inch from the edge all the way down. And that same concept from those egg pocket panels, you're going to pivot down and you're going to go all the way back up. And guess what, guys? That's it. That's all it takes. This pattern can probably be done in an afternoon. But of course, be sure to cut any strings that you have. You don't want them hanging off of there. And be sure to wear it and show your chickens that you can be fashionable collecting breakfast. So I know it's kind of choppy. I had one way I was thinking about doing it, and then ended up it was just worked a lot better just to be able to show you right on the apron itself. So if there's
Jessie,
any questions,
you did a great job. I am a sewer, and to try and explain that virtually, I thought you did an amazing job. So thank you very, very much. I am going to let you answer questions, but the other thing I wanted, because I saw some people starting to do it on here, is what other things do you think you can use this apron for? I saw some people put seed collecting in there. I was thinking tomatoes. If I had tomatoes, I could put tomatoes.
not only that, a question I got asked when I actually posted this on some of my social medias, was, if I don't have that many hens, do I have to have 2 sets of pockets? Absolutely not. You can eliminate one. You wouldn't have to do the pleats. You can make the pleats bigger or have less of them. I think putting seeds in this would be fantastic, especially, herbs, that is great. Tomatoes, I guess, you know what? It depends on the size of the tomato, because I've had some this year that I swear are big as my head, or at least my neighbor has had some as large as my head. Yeah, I think the options are limitless. That's the thing that I've learned with sewing. Once you get the basics down, your imagination is endless as to where you can go with this, what you can use this for. I would even go as far as, if this would be great at a farmer's market for, keeping your business cards, keeping some change, other miscellaneous things like a pin. Mushroom foraging, yes. You could even do netting on the front for the pocket, so that way you can spread be sure those spores get spread. I actually went mushroom hunting for the first time with my neighbor this year. It was so much fun. If there are any other questions, like I said, I do have videos of how to do the inverted pleats, as well as the stitching around each of the pockets. Those are the two. Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about Swoon and where to get the patterns and stuff? And what
Absolutely.
they did for us?
I did mention that this pattern is from Swoon. It's for free. It's one of their free patterns. Swoon has a multiple patterns for different bags, so you could definitely mix and match. take from one pattern and mash it together and create something brand new. Not only that, they were kind enough to give us a giveaway package. I know Julie mentioned the details of that when we started, but I'm sure she will go over that again, just to remind everybody of what all is in that. But yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything else to add on that front.
You did great. You did great. That's what we need to add on to there. Thank you so much for all your work and for showing us that. Super cute. Super cute.
Thank you for allowing me to share. One of my biggest passions is creating really awesome wearable art.
There you go. I love it. Thanks, Jess.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye. All right. Well, we have 10 more minutes, but I think what we're going to do is let Julie get on and share with us again the giveaways and how that all works. And then we are going to go into breakout rooms. If you guys want to talk about the chicken apron that she made, which was super, super cute, or talk about other sewing projects, or whether you sew or not. We can talk about that too. So anyways, Julie, go ahead, take it away.
You did a great job, Jessie. Thank you so much. I am happy to have learned that. I'm super excited. See if I can't make myself show up. Why am I not showing up? We just see Cindy. What have I done? Let's see here. Oh, good. Thanks, Pamela. I'm glad you can see me. I can't see myself. That's one of the curses of the webinar. So yay. All right. So like they both said, we were awesomely gifted with one of the amazing giveaways from Swoon. So the first thing we're going to do is go over what Ginger has for all of us that are here tonight. So everyone that was here tonight, if you are in attendance, whether you are a VIP member, not a VIP member, doesn't matter to me. I'm happy you're here. We're going to go ahead and do a giveaway for this awesome sewing kit that Ginger put together for us. I am going to share what it looks like because it's super fun. There it is. Yay! So it's got things for quilters, for beginner sewers like me, because I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. There's all kinds of things in here for sewing, quilting, you name it, we've got it in here. That's our little gift to everyone here today. So let's go to that giveaway and give away more stuff because that's super fun. Bum, bum. Yes, that is it. Here we go. Where's my screen share? Dun, 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 dun. All right, we're clicking to spin. What do we got? What do we got? Who am I going to write down? Who am I going to write down? Robin! That I just love. All right, Miss Robin. Ginger will be getting with you here soon. If you can shoot your email to media@nlhg.org, we will get your information and we will send you that sewing kit. Congratulations. But guess what? I'm not done because I never want to be done giving things away. I'm just like Ginger, who doesn't want to give things away. The other giveaway we have is a nice if I got it right, a magazine bundle for all VIP members. So whether they are in attendance tonight or not, doesn't matter to me. We are going to give away a magazine bundle, and she always has some of the best magazines. I love them. So let's share again. Dun, 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 dun. This one always just blows my mind how many names are on there. We are so lucky to have such awesome VIP members. Here we go. And I couldn't even try to read these names. So computer, tell me who's our winner. All right, Cheryl. Yay. I'm going to write this down. Again, that is for an awesome magazine bundle we will be getting with you here in the next couple of weeks. Make sure you check your email for what is connected to your VIP membership here with NLHD. And we will get that to you. Again, Ginger's on vacation, so give her just a little bit of time. But now, if you all logged in early, we do our giveaway from the previous month's VIP members at 7:50, 6:55 or 7:55, depending on your time zone. We do it 5 minutes before our meeting starts. That is because we compare all of the people who attended tonight's gathering with all of the people who are VIP members. That said, if you are not currently a VIP member and you fall in love with my next 2 giveaway options, join tonight by midnight and you will be eligible for the next 2 things I'm going to talk about. And trust me, you're going to want to be a part of it. We've mentioned it. We've talked about it. And now it's time to show you what Swoon has done for us. We are so lucky that they are with us tonight and that they have decided to share in our giveaways. I am going to, again, who doesn't want to see my screen again? I know you do. Let me pull it up. Dun, dun, nope, not that one. There it is. Yay! Ha ha! Look at this. We are so thankful. Swoon has graciously donated this virtual bag making bundle, which includes a subscription to the Bag of the Month Club, a PDF pattern of your choice from Swoon, and a PDF pattern from MissH.com. If you have not been to Swoon or to Miss H, they have some phenomenal patterns. Go check them out. We are very lucky to have them with us, but it is just awesome. It is so awesome. I'm super excited. I am maybe this much or like this much jealous that I'm not eligible to win. But if you are not a VIP member and you want to get in on this, you go join tonight. That's right. Miranda's even putting it in the chat. Make sure you get on. But guess what? The awesomeness does not end there. That apron that Jessie was showing us, you got it. It's another VIP giveaway. I'm so excited. She made that apron to share with whoever is the lucky VIP member who wins next month. It will go on 5 minutes before. So if you want to enter for the Swoon giveaway and for Jessie's phenomenally cute apron, go join tonight. And if you've already joined and you're here, you're eligible. And I'm so excited to give this away. That's right. I love being a VIP member too. It's beyond worth it. So thank you all so much for joining, coming. Oh, Cindy's going to say something.
One more thing.
Yes,
so
Cindy.
We were hoping to surprise you, but our time has come to the end. So Ginger is actually here at the ranch with me.
Yay!
Yeah, in Montana, and they were running out today to do some sightseeing, and she was really hoping she'd get back in time to just pop in and to say hi. But since she hasn't, she wanted me to be sure and say hi to everybody. She misses you, and she will see you next month.
Yay! Well, we miss her, but we are so glad that she took a much needed vacation because she needs to get out just like the rest of us. Our homesteads keep us busy. That is for sure. So breakout rooms, go to them. Super fun. Lots of information there. Everything you learned tonight, you will learn that and more in our breakout rooms. So I am going to find the breakout room link and we are going to go to breakout rooms. If you don't want to go to a breakout room, I understand. We will put the link to next month's gathering in the chat after I get this going. Come on, Julie. Let's find the chat. Oh, Leslie, you're so sweet. All right. Breakout room link. Woohoo! Go to your breakout rooms. Check it out. I promise it's worth it. I love moderating breakout rooms. They're fun. They're entertaining. Go check them out. And if you just want me to post the next month's links, you can join us here again and be eligible for all kinds of giveaways because you're going to go join and be a VIP member. I will do that here in a minute.